Alright guys, welcome back to Michael Moore. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Amnesia, the Atonement. Let's get right back into it. Alright. We are here in Edmund's chambers. We shall find the fool, and we shall end his foolish life by sending his soul to the Shadow Realm. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. I'm just a normal, innocent guy. Not in the least bit suspicious. Alright. I hate those. They have way too, finicky of a hitbox. Before you're just careening off the edge because you just messed up touching it. Alright. Not a fan. Okay. Alright. That's a creepy paint, creepy drawing. Love it. Sorry, you drew it, didn't you? Alright. What do we got here? These are his secret chambers. Oh god. Did he drink the elixir? Did he drink of the elixir? Looks like it. I wonder if he's gonna be like a boss, or if I'm just gonna have to stab him in the throat. Can I stab him in the dick? That's what I prefer to do. Get out of here. Goddamn chairs. Think they own the place. What do we got? Nothing. Alright. There's literally no items, so I'm feeling pretty final. If there's no tinder boxes, then, you know, there's no need for tinder boxes. Oh, there is a tinder box here. Okay. So it might not be. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Shut up. I'm not omniscient. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Oh boy. Hello? Edmund? Room service. Did someone call for a dagger to the dick?
This must be the room Edmund made for his unborn child. How tragic.
Well, it's good to see that this guy still has a conscience after everything he's gone through. And still has empathy for this man who has done all of these atrocities. Because if you lose your empathy, then you lose what makes you human. Compared to that man. Or something like that. I don't fucking know. Fuck that guy. He's a jackass that tortured and disfigured hundreds of thousands, possibly. Oh, nice death rug there. Okay, there's a book. Is that the book of histories I've heard so much about? Oh, hey, tinder box. Edmund's diary. Okay. I picked up his diary. Can I read it? No. Dates back at least a decade. Okay. Detailing his story, trauma, and vision. Huh, what a great vision. Wait, what the fuck?
I cannot feel any pulse or breathing. He must have overdosed himself on one of his vile concoctions.
Really? You're kidding me. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Should I murderize him? Should I stab him in the grundle for what he did? Or should I let him live? Oh wait, if I let him live, he's just gonna fucking... Oh wait, but his whole operation here was blown. So... I don't know. Because, one would think the worst thing for him would be to survive and continue to exist as the way he does. But then on the other hand, he might start murdering people and torturing them again, which is not what I want to happen. But am I a murderer? Do I sink to his level? Or is staying my hand murder in that he will go and kill others? Murder by negligence. Fuck it.
Just to be sure.
Fuck that guy. Yeah, that's what you deserve or something. Alright, whatever. I just felt like stabbing him for all the pain he put me through, you know? Fuck that jackass. Alright. Oh, let's get the fuck out of here.
The play has finally ended, and the curtain is now closed. All my life, I have followed the path of God, doing what I believed was right, and had been rewarded with nothing but betrayal, pain.
Okay, this is amazing.
misery.
This is so cool.
As my prayers fell on deaf ears, and the church coffers burst open with gold, not the faintest whisper of a response could be heard. After all, there was no God when the sick were suffering. There was no God when the children were starving. And there was no God when murderers and rapists walked free. I took it upon myself to become the God that was needed. One that healed, taught, and gave. The God that rid society of this tumor, this festering wound that nobody dared to dress. And as I carved their flesh to reflect their tainted hearts, they all felt but a mere fraction of the anguish they had inflicted upon others. Blood flowed like water, but not one innocent soul has been harmed. Not one mother wept for her child. In the end, I made them into what they are. I cleansed this world. I alone.
Ooh, okay, that was epic as fuck. Let's get the fuck out of here. We're gonna escape. You can eat a dick. I don't care what you thought you were or what you thought you were doing. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
The rain, it finally stopped.
That sounds good.
Feeling nothing but emptiness, I left the manor grounds and trekked the muddy forest back to the nearest village. There, I spared no coin hiring the first carriage and went home. Following a week of depression and insomnia, I remained uncertain about how I wanted to close my last case. I couldn't decide whether I should turn in the evidence I gathered or purge it in the fire.
Huh. I mean, people need to be, you know, people need to be told. Like, you can't just hide that kind of shit from the public. Yeah, no. Transparency is everything.
At last, I decided to make a report. Edmund was a noble man in the past, but the trauma of losing his wife broke him. He became a shell of a man he used to be, hateful, self-righteous, and violent.
Yep.
His victims may have been criminals, but kidnapping, torturing, and killing them made him just as awful, if not worse. He was no blind justice, and he had absolutely no right to do what he did.
Yep.
The whole nation was in an uproar when I testified on the horrors he had committed. Despite all, In light of Edmund's former glory, the Crown had chosen to fulfill his will. The manor was reconstructed into an orphanage funded by his shares.
Ugh. Did they clean out the torture dungeon?
His body was then preserved in a glass coffin, sealed away in a tomb right next to his wife. This marked the end of Edmund's impunity and the epilogue of my career.
Oh my god. That's it. That's the end. Holy fuck. Could have put a little music here, but that's fine. Wow. Holy shit. That was absolutely fucking phenomenal. That was like, wow. One of the best games I've ever played. Like, seriously. Like, it was so huge in scope, and everything about it was just so well crafted. It's like, how do you make something so big and vast, yet so, like, with so many minute details, just handcrafted? Absolutely phenomenal. Man. And this was one guy doing all the level design and storytelling and writing and everything. Like, that's absolutely absurd. My gosh. Oh my god, that was amazing. That was fucking phenomenal. I'm almost speechless. Like, it's hard for me to gather my words together. So that was the Atonement custom story by Exesus Exesus Exesus. That was, like, by far and away the best custom story that I've ever seen. And like, there's a couple big ones that I haven't played or seen Let's Plays of, like Amadeus being an example. But like, it's hard for me to believe that. It's hard for me to believe that that gets topped by anything. That was fucking unbelievably good. So let me just lay it all out here, real quick for you guys. All my thoughts. So let's just go point by point here. The voice acting, fucking phenomenal. That guy, the main antagonist, was voiced absolutely stupendously. That guy deserves a medal. Like, fucking fantastic. And every other voice that gave life to the characters and like personality to the characters. It filled out the story and made the story like feel real, that there were actual people involved in these, bringing life to these characters. Absolutely phenomenal. And what helped with that was that the grammar was nearly perfect, which is very rare in a lot of these custom stories. If you played any, they're typically laden with grammatical errors at the least, spelling errors at the worst, and like on top of grammatical errors. So the fact that all the like writing was there made the voice acting absolutely fucking phenomenal. On top of it, the story. It was just so huge, and like in all the twists and turns, nothing felt shoved in. In these longer custom stories, you tend to get to where it's like it's just too long, like, or it's just too much. I ran into this in the fucking AAA Amnesia Rebirth, where it was like there's just too many fucking things, like too many things where it's like it broke and I have to walk around for 15 hours to get back to where I was trying to go. Every time that happened in this story, it felt like I was invested in the character, and I was like, oh no, this is happening to me. How am I going to deal with it? Not, well, great, fuck me then. What am I supposed to do now? You know what I mean? So, it's like, the pacing and the level design and the story all worked together so well to create this, like, perfectly portioned out, ramping up and ramping down storyline that just could have lasted forever and I would have been happy. If it had maintained the quality, like, the whole time, it doesn't matter how long it is because it's amazing. Like, every moment was, like... So, like, the whole story of Edmund and everything that he was doing from the beginning, like, it starts out as this detective story, and, you know, you're trying to figure out, you get a tip from those guys, and you're like, hey, what's this guy up to? He sounds like he's a bad dude. You go in there, and then you're running into these monstrosities, and you're going through these creepy corridors, and you're just like, oh my god, what the hell's going on here? And it's, you know, where's this coming from? And then you just get deeper and deeper and deeper, and you just unveil all this fucked up shit that this guy has been doing. And it just gets to a point where you're just like, oh my god. And it, like, transfers from that into this guy has to pay. Like, this cannot stand. This cannot continue. Like, and it's like learning about the aftermath of the betrayal within the whole operation and stuff. It's like turning into the ultimate, you know, like, even the ending, like it was a little bit, like, you know, it was a little bit muted as far as, like, drama, as far as, like, Edmund's demise, but it was fine because right after that, you realize, like, it doesn't matter. Number one, you have a choice. You do your choice, which affects your ending, which is amazing. But then, on top of that, you start going down that staircase, and it's just fucking epic and awesome, and, you know, it doesn't matter that the guy, you know, what happened to the guy, or how big the, you know, the excursion was between you two. It's all about the overarching story, everything that happened, everything you'd been through, and now you're getting out, and it's just like, that's what matters. That's what matters the most. And it's just reliving the experience in your head while you're walking down that staircase was just amazing. It's just like, it was just so huge and epic. Then, okay, so that's the story, voice acting, writing, the level design. The level design. Holy fucking shit. All the places from, like, the streets to the outside the manor that terrified the fuck out of me early on. The sewers, the rooftops, you know, even the inside sections were made very different and interesting. The panopticon, that was like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, absolutely insanely amazing. The level design, it was varied, and it was intricately made. There was objects in every single corner. There was not one corner in this mod that was sparse or empty, or I was like, what the hell, what's the point of this room? I was never going into a room where I was like, this is completely pointless, and noticing it. So, level design, absolutely amazing. Like, it would be hard for me to point out what was wrong with this mod. Like, I literally can't think of anything off the top of my head. Like, there were some sections where, so, monsters, right? Monsters, the custom monsters were absolutely awesome. Smiling Jim is a fucking horror, and I want to slap whoever made him. Sorry, Exesus. Just absolutely horrifying. Should have never been made. Fuck that guy. Anyway, no, but seriously though, absolutely amazing monsters. And a lot of them were custom, which is crazy cool in Amnesia. It makes it feel new and different, and they actually like had different pacings. Like I noticed that Smiling Jim felt slower, but he was always like popping up closer to me. So it's like this oh fuck scenario where it's like Jason Voorhees, like, yeah, he's slow, but he's also everywhere and you can never get away from him. So it's like, but then they mix in these really cool, like, disfigured, you know, special custom monsters and the old ones. You never know what you're going to run into, which is even more scary, because they all feel different. Because it's like kind of like Outlast, where you're always running into a different crazy person. They feel, even though they're mechanically the same or similar, they feel different, and it feels aesthetically different because they are they look different and they sound different, which is everything in a horror game. Sound design. No place felt like empty or dead of music, except for the credits. I don't know why I didn't put music in the credits. I would do an update. If you next time you do an update, I would add in in credits music. But I mean, like, on the one hand, it helps me. It helps content creators not have to talk over loud music or have copyrighted music, even worse. But a little bit of music in the credits would do it great justice. But anyway, overall sound design absolutely phenomenal. Never a empty area, or and like the build up and the aesthetic of the horror. There were a couple of favorite tracks that played over and over, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine, especially when it makes sense in the area. All the areas that needed different sound effects and shit had them, which is that's all that matters. Like, the torture areas sounded like torture areas. The outside parts sounded like outside parts. It was great. The custom music, all the musical different music was amazing, phenomenal. And he found a way to, because all the monsters were new and stuff, even the chase music and all the normal Amnesia music felt interesting with all the other elements of the sound design piled on them. So it didn't matter. So, like, all in all, I mean, what can you really say besides this fucking mod was 10 out of 10, absolutely perfect, phenomenal. Like, this mod is so good. Let me put this in a way that that will really bring it home. This mod is so good that if you love Amnesia, anyone who has been looking for an excuse to play Amnesia, got tired of it 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago, and has been waiting for an excuse to play it again, and jonesing to play it again, this is your excuse. This mod is your excuse. Go play it. Download it. I have a link in the description below. It's on ModDB. It's, it's not that gigantic. It's not like, prohibitively hard on your system. Only a couple of parts, and he even left detailed notes on how to fix those parts. He's active on the forum, so you can talk to him if you need to. It's great. There's no excuse not to play this mod. This mod is a must-play. Absolutely phenomenal. And it was made in 2020. People are still making amazing content for this game. Granted, it was 6 years in the making, but and that's another element. Like, this guy worked 6 years by himself, thousands of hours of hard work. Just wow. Absolutely culminating. I'm going to be repping the fuck out of this for as long as I'm going to be playing Amnesia. I am going to be talking about this mod, because everyone should go play this mod. Absolutely every Amnesia fan should go play this mod. It is fucking phenomenal. I know I'm gushing, but wow. But yeah, seriously. So, Exesus, you need to make more games. Like, I'm just gonna say it straight up. I want to play whatever you come out with next. So if you ever come out with anything, I'm gonna be looking for it. Because I need that in my life. This was absolutely an amazing experience, and it was great for the channel too. I'm so glad for everyone who followed me through and was interested in this playthrough, because I had just as much fun playing it for you guys as I did playing it normally. It was so great. What a great experience coming up with all these different jokes and stuff. It was absolutely amazing. What a great treat. But yeah, so I want to thank Exesus for making this. And I want to encourage him to make more content, please. Absolutely, please. You've got a platform here. You've always got a platform on this channel. I will play whatever you come out with, because I know it's going to be good. But, so yeah. Anyway, that's about all the gushing I can do for one episode. We got more custom stories coming up. I'm definitely going to do a couple more. But I'm also going to be starting to play different games. Non-Amnesia, non-frictional games, non-horror games. Not quite sure what that's going to entail yet. I've got my eyes on this game called Fragile. It's from a Hungarian studio. It's an indie game. It's a storytelling, like, horror puzzle, hand-drawn game that looks really cool. So I might end up playing some games like that, more like the storytelling, hand-drawn, you know, storybook genre of games. Definitely gonna be playing more Amnesia custom stories, and probably Soma. I'm probably gonna go play Soma at some point on the channel, assuming that everybody's interested in that. Comment down below what you're interested in watching me play, and I will definitely give it a look. You know, this is your guys' show. It's my show, but it's your guys' show. So, at any rate, with all that being said, I'm gonna end the episode here. But I'll be right back with more games, more Let's Plays soon. Thank you guys so much for watching me through all of this. It's been a fucking amazing adventure. So, with that being said, I will see you in the next video.